Live on Corona Kitchen. Today, we are cooking a 5-pound prime rib. I got some green beans over there with a little butter and garlic and a little bacon. We're gonna boil those later, but we're gonna do this prime rib. It's gonna go in the oven at 500 for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna turn it down to 350 for 15 minutes per pound. She should come out perfect. I am gonna use some olive oil, and I'm going to use some Montreal steak seasoning. That's all I put on it. Hopefully it turns out perfect like it usually does. And I'm going to make popovers. I'll show you guys that recipe here in a little bit and how to do those. But I make those while the prime rib is resting. Usually like to let it rest for 30 to 40 minutes. Let it come up to temperature. Let's get started. All right. So I'm going to coat this pretty good with some olive oil, if I can get it to come out. Get that in there, rub that around real good. Don't be shy, just olive oil. I am going to cut the string off of this because I don't like cooking it with a string on it. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I was asked to prepare this by my sister-in-law. She cooked one not too long ago. It didn't come out so good. Let me get this olive oil off my hands here. See if my assistant over there can hand me some paper towels. I should be using my assistant to record for me. You gotta wash your hands real good. Remember, sing happy birthday when you're washing your hands. 20 seconds. But my hands are already clean. It's just getting the olive oil off. But
here are the paper towels. I'll get the cloth for you. There we go.
Really?
And this one.
Come on, don't be cheap. Don't be cheap with the paper towels. Right in the garbage. All right. Now I just take this Montreal steak seasoning. I like to start by doing the side first. I just coat that girl up. Don't be shy with it. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Sure you guys don't need to watch how I season it, so I have to get another container of this out here.
All right, should be good enough. We're just waiting for our oven to preheat. I'm gonna wash my hands again, get all this crap off of them. Move this over to here. Move this up. I am also going to make popovers and some au jus. The au jus is going to be from a packet. The popovers I'll do from scratch. But if you guys stay tuned, we'll see how this prime rib comes out. I don't know if I told you, but it goes in at 500 for 15 minutes and then 15 minutes per pound at 350 after that. Stay tuned. I'll show you this popover recipe next. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how I do these Yukon Golds. They're pretty simple. This is what I do. I like to put them in a bag. Take my Himalayan pink salt. Fair amount of salt in there. It's going to stick to the bag with the olive oil. And put a little bit of cracked black pepper in there. Just a little bit of cracked black pepper. Sounds like I'm running low on pepper. It's not good. A little extra salt. I'll take and I'll zip it up. Toss them around in there. Got salt all over them. Then I'll come in with the olive oil. Put a little bit of olive oil on them. Zip that bag back up. Try to get them all good and coated. I've been making them this way lately. My daughter loves them. Huh, Ellie?
Yeah, they're really good.
Alright. That's it. Take them out, bake them in the oven. I got the oven going at 350 because I got that prime rib in there. So we're going to throw it in there on a baking sheet up on the top. And that's that. Alright guys, we're back. I'm going to show you how to make these popovers real quick. They're really, really simple. I'm going to double up this recipe, but I'll read it out to you as if I was only making one batch. It calls for 2 eggs. I'm making a double batch, so 2 plus 2 is 4. So it's 2 eggs and 1 cup of milk. So I'm going to use, obviously, 2 cups of milk. Again, I am making a double batch. 1, 2 cups of milk. Calls for a half a teaspoon of salt, but again, I'm making a double batch, so I am going to put 2 teaspoons of salt, or 1 teaspoon. There's 1/2. Grind up a little more salt here. I really like this Himalayan pink salt. I don't really use any other salt. Ooh, that's way too much salt, but another 1/2. A little pinch for good luck. Put that on my green beans. And then it calls for 1 cup of flour. I'm making a double batch. So we're gonna do 2 cups of flour. Before we do that, I want to whisk all this milk and egg together. Good enough. So 1 cup all-purpose flour. Double batch, gonna use 2 cups of flour. Each batch makes 6 popovers. I'm making a double batch. We got my sister-in-law coming over. Kids like it. They heat up well. There we go. 2 cups all-purpose flour. Mix that together. You're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And it's going to cook. They're going to bake for 20 minutes at 400. And then you're going to turn it down to 350. But do not open the oven while they're cooking, or else they will not pop over. I've made that mistake several times. They don't always turn out perfect, but you do it a couple times, you'll get it. I don't know what the secret is. The first couple times I made them, they came out awesome. And recently I made them, well, recently like Christmas time, so it was a little while ago. I made them and they did not pop over. They were just little dough balls, pretty much, little bread biscuits. That's all there is to it. And then if you guys don't know what a popover pan looks like, I got these soaking. I'm gonna wash them. This is a popover pan. They are very nice and work great for this. You want to grease them really well. That way the popovers don't stick to them. And like I said, in the oven, 400 for 20 minutes. Then crank it down to 350 for another 20 minutes. And that's all there is to it. All right, guys, my prime rib is out. She looks pretty good. We're gonna tent her up and we'll come back and check the temperature. And in the meantime, we're working on these popovers and everything else. This little camera stand is pretty awesome. I'll check you guys out in a bit. All right, guys, I'm gonna lube up this pan here. I like to do it in my sink. Don't be shy with this stuff. Another one done over here. Lube them up good. If you don't have a popover pan, I don't know what else you can use. I've never tried it with anything else. I'll just take these, hold them upside down and let any excess drip out. Don't see much coming out, so we look like we're pretty good on that one. This one, and the excess, just let it drip out into the sink. Bam. Then you want to make them half full. So I'm going to fill these each up halfway. Give a quick mix of my batter real quick. Just make sure everything's mixed up. I got kind of a mess going on here. I got so much stuff going at one time. We're going to do au jus next. Fill them up halfway. Should be able to get 12 out of this. This is a double batch. You guys missed it and you want to write it down. It's 1 cup of milk, 2 eggs, 1 cup of flour, half a teaspoon of salt. Preheat oven to 400. Bake for 20 minutes. Crank it down to 350. Another 20 minutes. But do not open the oven when they're cooking, or else they will not pop over. I stress that because I have done it many times. You just get frustrated and you don't have popovers. You have little bread biscuit looking things. They're not bad. I mean, they still taste good, but that's it. Half full, all of them. I'm going to fill up these other ones and we're going to throw them in the oven. Check them out when they come out. All right, guys, I'm going to make this au jus now. Each packet, 3 cups cold water. You add the mix into your pan like so. Simple, simple, simple stuff to make. And it's really good. I'm doing a double pack because we're fat and we like to eat and we use lots of this in ours. Just break it up a little bit. Oh God. 3 cups cold water per packet. So I need 6 cups cold water, which isn't too bad. You guys get the gist. I'm not going to keep you here to make you watch me stir it together. All right, guys, I got my 6 cups cold water in here. I got it all nice and stirred up. I'm going to bring it to a boil, consistently stirring. Once it starts to boil, I'm going to turn it down and just let it sit on low until we're ready to eat it. You can see my green beans are coming along nicely. Potatoes are done. Prime rib, not looking so bad. We're at 137 after resting. Should be about little over rare. Little like right rare, medium rare right there. We got our green beans here. Looking pretty good. We got some au jus. And we got these not popped over popovers. They didn't pop, but it is what it is. Everything can't be perfect. I'll master it again one day. Well, we're back. Prime ribs out of the oven. It's been resting. We're gonna cut it up. Let's see how it looks. Remove the bone. Let's give her a slice. It could be a little more rare, but not too bad. Looks pretty good. And it's also been sitting for about an hour now. I probably should have cut it about 30 minutes ago, but we had some things going on around here. It's pretty on point if you ask me. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think it gets much better than that. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little closer, give you a little close up of what we got going on here. Let's lower this girl down. Oh God, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not too shabby, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you guys know I made popovers. They are, let me get them out. They are unpopped over popovers. They didn't pop up. I don't know what's going on. I gotta master it again. I used to make them awesome. I don't know what happened. I failed. But everybody have a great night. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Corona Kitchen out.